welcome back guys to this is part 2 of my Black Ops Cold War series of videos. Well, specifically the beta. So it looks like I'll be playing the Cartel multiplayer map, kill confirm style. Sorry. I'll be playing kill confirmed in the Cartel map is what I meant to say. I can't remember if kill confirm has been something that has been available for every game since its introduction. I think it was first introduced I think it was like Modern Warfare 3? Can't remember. I remember playing it in Modern Warfare 3. Can't say I remember Modern Warfare 2 since that was like 6 years ago. I will say I do find the intro animation pretty neat, I suppose.
Kill confirmed. Weapons free. You are clear to engage.
So so as I mentioned in the last video, you know, or I should say alluded to, this game is more or less this game is like the first. Ah, yes, got him.
We've pulled ahead.
Oh, what? Yeah, so this is like the first game since on consoles since 2008.
We've fallen behind.
Call of Duty World at War that has a subtitle within a subtitle. So for a few of you who've actually played the PS2 version, it's called the PlayStation 2 version of World at War is called subtitled Final Fronts, and this is because it was a completely separate game to that of the HD versions, or even the Wii version, I should say. They actually managed to get most of the levels from the HD version into the Nintendo Wii port of the game. But when it came to the PS2, well, they just to make a completely different game.
This isn't working.
I played
behind.
It wasn't like, even compared to the other PS2 games, the PS2 Call of Duty games that I had played, Finest Hour and Call of Duty 2 Big Red One, which is also Treyarch's first Call of Duty game ever developed. It wasn't that great. You know, the game constantly suffered from really poor AIs. It'd often get in the way and whatnot. And you know, even for a PS2 game, it really did not look that great at all. And everything just felt very watered down. And that being said, if Treyarch or any other developer intends on bringing a Call of Duty game onto, say, Nintendo Switch, I do hope that they don't have to scale down too much. You know, we saw how it turned out with a lot of the Wii games, the Call of Duty games on Wii. You know, they was heavily scaled out. I mean, they're functional, you know, in their own way, but boy, they were scaled down.
Hostile counter spy plane established above.
Visually speaking, anyways. Not. I mean, in terms of gameplay, it's Call of Duty. It's the same. I'm surprised they haven't actually brought over a title onto Nintendo Switch. I mean, you know, Treyarch. Oh. I guess they really have lost faith in Call of Duty games selling well on Nintendo platforms after the poor sales of both Black Ops 2 and Ghost. I think Ghost sold like 100,000 copies on the system, which is pretty bad. Consider Call of Duty generally, I think Ghost sold like at least 19 million copies. I don't know. I've heard it's like the 27 or 27 now. No, but 100,000. Pretty cool. But going back, but going to going back to Black Ops Cold War, so this game, it's being co-developed by both Treyarch and Raven Software. Originally, it was supposed to be done by both Sledgehammer Game. It's supposed to be a Sledgehammer Games. This was their year to develop a Call of Duty game, and they were supposed to do it with Raven Software, but because of tensions between the two companies, Activision stepped in and basically just seemed to have relegated Sledgehammer Games to support, where Raven now leading the project and Treyarch co-developing the game, which begs the question: what's going to happen now? What's going to happen in 2021?
Enemy spy plane inbound.
When this game's more or less reached the end of its life cycle. Are they going to just hold off making the game for another year, or are they going to keep going?
Hostile spy plane detected.
Possibly causing the 2021 game, whatever it's going to be.
Hostile counter spy plane established above.
Reboot,
Hostile sentry
whatever.
turret active.
I wouldn't want the next game to suffer just because they lost a year of development. And honestly, this is a franchise I could say that could go a whole year without a Call of Duty game. In fact, one could argue that they could easily have held off on the next game until next year. Really, they could have. But of course, Activision would rather just get as much money as they can each single year, and of course, the only way to do that is getting a new title out. So yeah. Now, despite being co-developed, despite the fact that Raven Software are very much the lead developers, it's still very much being called a Treyarch game, if only because Black Ops. It has Black Ops in the title, so that's a reason. I'm glad the game's back to some extent, to a much more familiar territory. I really don't know not sure how they would have continued off after Black Ops 3's campaign. I mean, maybe they could. I was thinking maybe they could. Yeah, it's done. Maybe they could have made it. I think with Black Ops 4 they could have easily made it so that. Try to connect the events of Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 3 a bit more. That was a common complaint about Black Ops 3 campaign. It had nothing to do with the last two.
Hostile artillery targeting active. Artillery inbound.
We're losing.
Multiple enemy counter spy planes overhead. Enemy spy plane inbound.
Everywhere.
Net call. Hostile air patrol detected.
I will say so far this is pretty strong. Gameplay wise, I think we're basically more or less back. We're in a similar situation stunned him and he still got me.
Enemy sensor turret detected in your AO.
You know,
Don't do
I
it for
think we're
me.
more or less,
Get the win for Uncle
with the
Sam.
Modern Warfare, after Modern Warfare reboot, we're basically at the same position that we were in 10 years ago. You know, of course we had Modern Warfare 2, which was this huge success. One of the most popular games in the franchise, no doubt. And of course after that we got Black Ops, which also
Time's against us. Bring this home.
received a lot of praise, especially the campaign, the whole plot twist and whatnot. I am curious as to how this plot twist will pan out. Obviously, where is it? Yeah, so this game's gonna have multiple, bringing back multiple. It's gonna be
There's no coming back from that.
Yeah,
All
so
your
the
asses back
story is
home,
gonna be
CIA.
taking place after Black Ops 1, but before Black Ops 2, seemingly. But it's also going to have, but like Black Ops 2, it's going to have multiple engines. I'm curious to see how that's going to play out, considering, well, obviously you don't want the story to deviate too much, otherwise how's Black Ops 2 supposed to happen? Well, unless this is one of those, unless they're going to pull a Modern Warfare 2019 where this takes place in a retconned continuity. Or a soft reboot, I should say. Alright. Made it to level 7. In just 2 games. Okay. Wait, what? Scoreboard. Okay. 8. We got 12 eliminations. Not bad. Alright guys, I'm gonna actually that's pretty much gonna be it for this part. I'm gonna continue this part in the next video, so stay tuned.